go. Good morning. Happy Thursday. Thank y'all for waiting for me. I was trying to wrap up a call. So I'm here. I'm here. Good morning. Happy Thursday. Happy Friday Eve to everybody. Y'all, this week flew by, didn't it? I'm so happy. But we're here. We're here and we're here. Let's go ahead and speak to my peoples. Thank y'all for being here. Thank y'all for being here. Let's scroll on back up. Y'all was in here rocking out. I said, let me play y'all some house music this morning so y'all can wake up. So y'all don't be up in his sleep while I'm talking to y'all. My top flight Rose is in the building. She said, let's ride, y'all. Yes, let's ride. Top flight Rose is here. Thank you, Rose, for being here. My top flight mod. Let's go ahead and get her up here. Laura Eden is here. Good morning, Laura Eden. Grandma 504 is in the building. Deborah Johnson is here. Yvette McCovery is here. Felicia is here. SD Warren is here. Hunty B is in the building. Lamar McDaniel is here. Audrey Williams is here. Big Steak is in the building. Thank you for being here. My other top flight top flight mod is in the building. Sweet Essence is here. Thank you, Brown Eyes, for being here. Audrey Williams is here. Cassandra D is in the building. Good morning. Flower Bloom is here. Flower Bloom is in the building. My other top flight mod, Tyra, is in the building. Wanda Tisha, get out of here. Nah. I can't even talk this morning. Damn. The spirit of the spirit of thick tongue that came upon me. Betty Brockington, good morning. Alexis Hardeman is here. Good morning. Good morning. Who else is here? Child Satan is here. Get out of here. Okay. DDS 1961 is in the building. Thanks for being here. Juju's Word is here. Lisa Bell is here. Ronnie is here. D Nice is here. Good morning. Good morning. Daisy Lewis is here. Sheila Washington is here. Henry Lee is here. Let's keep going. Scorpion Miss is here. My other top flight mod is in the building. Good morning. My top flights are in the building this morning. Y'all better not act up, child, because they be on it. All right. They come up in here with their cape on. Baby, listen. When they get you, they got you. Tamara Walls is in the building. Good morning, Miss Walls. Good morning. Good morning. Kim Swinson, thanks for being here. Kim, you was in the building with the hearts. Good morning. I see you. Scorpion Miss is up in here. My other top flight is in the building. Y'all better come on in here. I ain't mad. All right, let's see who we got. Let's keep scrolling. Lorna Thomas is here. Good morning, Lorna. Shauna Darn Emery is in the building. Deborah Banks is here. God's chosen angel is in the building. I know that's right. Come on up in here. Let's see. Keep going. Summer Gerard is here. Did I say your name right? I hope I did. Y'all know I messed her name up, honey. Let's keep going. Tam C is in the building. Yes. Bernadette Clemens is here. Good morning, ma'am. I said, thank you for the reminder. I do sometimes forget to hit the like button. Okay, y'all hit that. Yeah, y'all hit that like button. Marion's Favorites is here. Shirley Terry is here. SC is in the building. Good morning. Thanks for being here. Cheryl Williams is here. Greatness Love is here. Dolores Campbell is here. Denise Slay, thanks for being here. Tanya Mitchell is here. Sharon Hudgens is here. Simple Mom Family TV is here. She is a content creator. Y'all check her out. Tamika Allen is here. Sylvia Blow is here. Pamela Williams is here. Audrey Clark is here. Denise Slay is here. Tiffany Thomas is here. Kelly S is in the building. Good morning. Good morning. Denise Slay again. Ann Thom is here. Let's keep scrolling. I see Kim Swinson. All right, looks like we're at the end of the line here. We still got people coming in. Good morning to everyone coming in. All right. Y'all know I love y'all down. I see you, Tam Fox. She says, good morning. Let's get into the show. Everything said in the video is alleged and, in my opinion, and is used for fair use and entertainment. Let's get into it. All right. Politics is first. Y'all know that's where we start. And then we got some mess. We don't have a lot of politics, but we do have a lot of mess. So y'all going to be like, oh, what? Yes, girl. We got those type of topics today. Okay. So y'all put your seatbelts on. Let's ride, honey. It's going to be a bumpy ride today. This tea, honey. Ooh, child. Baby, I pulled some good topics today. All right. Y'all ready? Donald Trump, y'all president. He ain't mine. Okay. According to Hollywood Unlocked. Donald Trump, honey, day 43. Signs the bill officially ending the longest government shutdown in U.S. history. All right. So he then quickly kicks out press after they ask questions about Jeffrey Epstein. Of course, you want them out of there. Okay. Of course, you want them out of there. Let's get into what he had to say with his lying ass.
So with all of that, I just want to tell you the country has never been in better shape. We went through this short-term disaster with the Democrats because they thought it would be good politically. And it's an honor now to sign this incredible bill and get our country working again. Thank you. Thank you very much, everybody.
Mr. President, are you prepared to negotiate with Democrats now?
Mr. President, on Jeffrey Epstein.
Thank you very much.
Thank you guys for knowing.
Mr. President, can you respond to these Epstein emails that were released today?
Well done, Mr. President. Great job.
Good try.
So with all of that, I just want to tell you the country.
President, can you talk about that? The Epstein files that were released today, they got his ass right on up out of there. All right, so as you guys can see, he went ahead and signed off on the bill. All right, moving right along. All right, so for those of you that's expecting some money coming in, all right, you might get it, who knows? But let's get into what they're saying. All right, according to Day Trading, they're saying Scott Bessent says that $2,000 tariff check will be for those making less than $100K per year. All right. So Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent recently indicated that the proposed $2,000 tariff rebate check floated by Trump, y'all president, as a dividend from imported taxes would target families earning less than $100K annually to offset potential price increases from tariffs. Now, says that this suggestion came during a Fox News interview where Bessent emphasized that the rebates aim to support lower and middle income households, though he noted no final decision has been made on the policy. The idea builds on Trump's broader economic plan, which includes selective tariffs reduction on items like coffee and bananas to ease customer costs. But critics have raised concern about programs' estimated $300 billion price tag for up to $150 million recipients. All right, let's go ahead and get into it.
That's the most financially responsible thing to do?
Well, there are a lot of options here. The president's talking about a $2,000 rebate, and that would be for families making less than, say, $100,000.
Have you decided on that yet?
We haven't. We haven't. It's in discussion. But the other thing to think about, Brian, is that what we did with the tax bill is actually financing the president's no tax and tips over time. So Security and the big refunds you're going to see are a result of that. So that's another payment to the American people. And then the other thing you're going to see in the middle of the year are these Trump accounts. Every child born retroactively to January 1, but for the next 3 years, is going to get a $1,000 account that's going to be invested in the U.S. stock market. So that's
the most financially responsible thing to do?
Well, there are a lot of options here. The president's talking about a $2,000 rebate, and that would be for families making less than, say, $100,000.
Have you decided on that yet?
We haven't. We haven't. It's in discussion. But the other thing to think about, Brian, is that what we did with the tax bill is actually financing the president's no tax and tips over time. So Security and the big refunds you're going to see are a result of that. So that's another payment to the American people. And then the other thing you're going to see in the middle of the year are these Trump accounts. Every child born retroactively to January 1, but for the next 3 years, is going to get a $1,000 account that's going to be invested in the U.S. stock market. So that's
the most financially.
Yeah. We'll see when it happens. Okay. Yeah. Ain't nobody getting their hopes. So I hope not. Let's get into some Jasmine Crockett news. All right. Because she is telling on their asses. I love when she go off, baby. Let's get into her. Let's get into her. Shout out to her. All right. Because that's what we're looking at it from her screen over here. All right. She said, let me be clear. House Democrats have been the ones pushing to get the Epstein files out. Said that we've been calling for truth and transparency while Republicans drag their feet and play politics. But thanks to House Democrats, the truth is coming out one way or the other. Y'all know the Democrats are the one that released this bullshit after they effed up the vote. All right. They were like, well, we can't get you over here. So we're going to get you over here on this damn Epstein bullish. So let's get into what Jasmine Crockett had to say.
I don't think you have somebody trying to hide files around a hoax. We know that there's something there. We know that his own attorney general had to admit that he is in the files. but they are trying to hide stuff. The only reason that we have these emails is because we were able to get them from the estate, not because the Department of Justice was releasing information, not because Kash Patel was releasing information, even though they've had subpoenas from the Oversight Committee for some time. Kash Patel continues to hold back information. So I thank God that there is somebody that still respects the law and still respects subpoenas in this country, but it's not the people that are in power to do it, the people that actually conducted the investigation. Imagine what we may discover if we got the investigatory information versus getting something from an estate.
Well, but we should also note that the head of the Oversight Committee is a Republican. It's Republican. The chairman is James Comer. And he is the one who is issuing these subpoenas.
Well, let's be clear about this.
Okay.
This is not something that he wanted to do. This was a subcommittee, remember? It has been the Speaker of the House who has consistently tried to avoid this by shutting down the House. So what the Speaker did is he sent us out on an early recess. But before we left, it was a subcommittee of the Oversight Committee that actually did the motion for the subpoenas, and the Democrats kept pushing, and some Republicans actually joined with the Democrats. This was not led by James Comer.
Like Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Marjorie Taylor Greene, I don't know if she's on that subcommittee.
Okay.
But Nancy Mace is on that subcommittee for sure. She's actually the chair of that subcommittee. This subcommittee, the ranking member is Summer Lee. So it was that subcommittee. So this was actually the tail wagging the dog. I just want to be clear about that. And ultimately, the chairman had a vote that was bipartisan, that was the majority, and he had to do it. But whether or not they have been like slow rolling this, there is no question about the fact that they have. I don't think you have somebody trying to hide files.
Boom. So you heard it right there. So the Democrats are the ones that actually released the information about Epstein and these recent files that have been released with Donald Trump having something to do with it. I think they were pissed off that they were backed into a corner to have to do those damn votes. And they said, yeah, we're going to get your ass one way or the other. Now let's go ahead and get into this next topic because I found out something else with this damn Epstein bull-ish, and Trump, your ass is in on it. So let's go ahead and expose you right quick. Okay. According to Ball Alert, newly released Epstein emails accuse Trump of spending time with victims. Mike Johnson and Caroline Levitt call it a publicity stunt by the Democrats. Really? Let's see, shall we? Look at these two motherfuckers right here. Don't they look real friendly? You could tell he's saying something perverted to him the way he's smiling. You know Trump is saying something very perverted to him. It ain't nothing political that they talking about. They talking about some nasty shit, probably with them little teenage girls. All right. You remember that other night on that shit? You know they talking about some perverted shit. Look how he laughing. Oh, zesty ass. That's that perverted talk. All right, so y'all see this? Here's his email number one is direct correspondence between Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell. Okay. Now y'all can go on over to Ball Alert and read this at your leisure. We're just gonna show that there are indeed emails. Email number two is a direct correspondence between Jeffrey Epstein and Michael Wolff. So yeah, all y'all nasty bastards about to get exposed. Speaker Mike Johnson is downplaying the latest Epstein-Trump connection revealed in newly released emails. Now, another publicity stunt by the Democrats says that they're trying to mislead people. Johnson tells me, says that I refer you to the Oversight Committee's response by the Republicans. It also goes on to say in a statement to NBC News that White House Press Secretary Caroline Levitt accused Democrats of selectively leaking emails to the liberal media to create a fake narrative to smear President Trump. Child by. Who can smear somebody that's already smearing themselves? He is a felon, remember? The motherfucker is not above committing crimes. We already know that. Okay, so it's just a matter of time before they go ahead and impeach his ass up out of there, and we can go ahead on and have him locked the hell up for the crimes that he's committed. Because y'all know as long as he's the president, they can't really touch him like that. But once they impeach his ass, they can go ahead and get them charges on his ass that's sitting and waiting until he come up out of office. That's why he don't want to come out of office, because he know he got a lot of shit waiting to get on his ass when he do get up out of there. All right. He is trying to do another term. All right. He trying to be in there a third term because he know the felonious shit that he's been involved in, it's coming down to a head. Yeah, the wire is getting real thin on his ass. All right, but you guys can read up on that a little bit more. We're gonna move on, honey. We're gonna press on. All right. Well, I'm still talking about Epstein. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. Let's get into it, because this is the same person. Trump. You talking about Epstein? There are no files. What do you mean? You look real chummy right there, laughing and talking with him. Let's get into it. Democrats released a new Epstein emails allegedly mentioning Trump at his house with a SCX trafficking victim. Now, no response yet from the White House. Of course, they ain't about to say shit about that.
This morning, the bombshell release of what House Democrats say are emails to and from deceased convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein, several referring to President Donald Trump by name. In an April 2011 email released by Democrats on the House Oversight Committee, lawmakers say Epstein wrote to his now convicted accomplice, Ghislaine Maxwell, 3 years after pleading guilty to sex crimes involving a minor, telling her, "I want you to realize that that dog that hasn't barked is Trump. Unnamed victims spent hours at my house with him. He has never once been mentioned." According to the released emails, Maxwell responds, "I have been thinking about that." But this summer, in a recorded interview with the Department of Justice, Maxwell told Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche, the president's former lawyer, she never witnessed Trump act inappropriately.
"I never witnessed the president in any inappropriate setting in any way. The president was never inappropriate with anybody. In the times that I was with him, he was a gentleman in all respects."
Shortly after that interview, Maxwell was moved to a minimum security prison camp, prompting criticism she received special treatment. Committee Democrats also releasing this January 2019 email, where Epstein corresponds with author Michael Wolff less than 6 months before the financier would be charged again, this time with sex trafficking of minors. Discussing President Trump's repeated claim he kicked Epstein out of his Palm Beach club. Epstein writing, "Trump said he asked me to resign, never a member ever. Of course, he knew about the girls as he asked Ghislaine to stop." President Trump has denied any knowledge of Epstein's alleged crimes.
It's a hoax. It's started by Democrats.
After Epstein's arrest in 2019, Trump said he hadn't spoken with him in 15 years. And earlier this year, Trump claimed the reason he banned his one-time friend from Mar-a-Lago in the mid-2000s was because Epstein stole Trump's club staff, including young women.
He took people, and because he took people, I said, "Don't do it anymore. You know, they work for me." And he took, beyond that, he took some others. And once he did that, that was the end of him. I didn't like, when they steal people, I don't like it.
And no response yet from the White House on the release of these emails. Meantime, right up here on Capitol Hill, in just hours, Speaker Mike Johnson will swear in Representative-elect Adelita Grijalva. The Speaker has prevented her from 7 weeks now from taking her seat. She says one of her first orders of business will be signing that petition, providing the last signature it needs to force a vote on the House floor for the release of thousands of other pages of the Department of Justice's Epstein records. Once she does that, the clock starts ticking down to that vote, expected in the coming weeks, George. This morning, the bomb.
Y'all see how all these people up in line? Ghislaine Maxwell, baby, you better stick to that story, that little lie that you telling, because you know Trump ass was there a whole bunch of times with them little young girls. All right, but yeah, she better lie, or she probably gonna wind up like Epstein, okay? Because that definitely was an inside job. I feel like that was some paid work done to Epstein. I don't feel like he did that shit to himself. I feel like he was getting ready to start ratting people because he wanted to get his ass out of prison because he knew he was never going to see the light of day again. And he started talking. He probably started talking to somebody on the inside because, you know, the homeboys on the inside, when they facing a lot of time, they can kind of get their time chopped down. If somebody on the inside start, you know, repenting and saying that they did some shit, then they go tell on them and they say, "Hey, well, he told me this. So can, you know, exchange for my time. Let me get about 5 or 10 years off if I tell on him." Y'all know how they doing there. And I feel like that's what somebody was doing. He probably started talking and running his damn mouth. And they were like, "Oh, really?" And they got to somebody on the outside and they got his ass. So do I feel like he unalived himself? I do not. No. I feel like somebody got him. But Ghislaine Maxwell, they moved her ass because I feel like somebody's about to get her ass too. After all this mess came up with her trying to get out. Because, you know, what's the only way to get out is to snitch, right? Right? The only way to get out is to snitch. Otherwise, your ass sit there. So I think that, yeah, with her getting beat up and everything up in there, hell yeah, she getting ready to start talking. And they knew that. They moved her ass from up over there and threatened her ass, probably said, "You better shut your ass up. Say anything. And you and Jeffrey You're going to see his ass, okay? You on the other side, though. All right, so let's continue. So Donald Trump has responded finally. Y'all know they were waiting on the White House to respond after this Epstein shit came out, after Trump did a little switcheroo with the government. So let's go ahead and get into what he had to say. Oh, crazy bastard.
The president writing, quote, "The Democrats are trying to bring up the Jeffrey Epstein hoax again because they'll do anything at all to deflect on how badly they've done on the shutdown and so many other subjects. Only a very bad or stupid Republican would fall into that trap." He went on to say, quote, "There should be no deflections to Epstein or anything else, and any Republicans involved should be focused only on opening up our country." In one email from 2011, Epstein writes, quote, "The dog that hasn't barked is Trump." And then redacted victim spent hours at my house with him. House Republicans in a tweet say that victim was Virginia Giuffre. The president writing, quote, "The Democrat."
Y'all remember who Virginia is? I told you guys yesterday. Virginia Giuffre is the girl who initially started talking first, who they said was hit by a bus and she's no longer with us. Okay. Again, I feel like that was orchestrated as well because she had a whole book and everything out. So she was telling and talking. She's the one that got Prince, what's his name? Prince Andrew's ass thrown out the castle. Okay. She got him mopping floors now. They don't want his ass to be no prince no more. They was like, get on up out of here with that. Nope. You involved that Epstein shit. Nope. Get on up out of here. So they done stripped him of all his royal duties. And that's because Virginia Giuffre, how you say her damn name, she outed his ass and put that damn picture out there where he was hugging her. Okay.
This morning, the bombshell release of what happened.
Let's read what Trump had to say. The Democrats, this is Donald Trump, the Democrats are trying to bring up the Jeffrey Epstein hoax again because they'll do anything at all to deflect on how badly they've done on the shutdown and so many other subjects. Says that only a very bad or stupid Republican really would fall into that trap. Said that the Democrats cost our country $1.5 trillion with their recent antics and viciously closing our country, while at the same time putting many at risk, and they should pay a fair price. Well, didn't y'all just send over trillions of dollars overseas over there to the people over there versus people over here who need SNAP benefits, who you didn't give no fucks about, who didn't have no food? I had to help feed them too. That ain't my job. Okay. Well, now y'all had to do was damn release the money. Y'all sent trillions overseas to motherfuckers that can't even speak English. And you got people here in the U.S. without food. Y'all done held up the damn government for 40 some odd days, and now y'all asses want to talk. Let's continue. Said that there should be no deflections to Epstein or anything else, and any Republicans involved should be focused only on opening up our country and fixing the massive damage caused by the Democrats. He blamed everything on the Democrats. Total deflection. But let's continue. All right, I'm sick of his ass. Let's get into somebody I do care about. All right, because Trump, 2 middle fingers up to you, sir. We don't give a damn. All right. We just want you out of office. We just want you out of office. All right. According to Fox 32, let's get into it. Prayers up for this man here. All right. Reverend Jesse Jackson. Y'all know he fought the good fight and still fighting. He's still with us. All right. I want nobody like, oh, Lord, rest in peace. Don't put him up yet because he's still here, but he is in the hospital. All right. He's not doing well. So let's go ahead and get into it again. Shout out to Fox 32.
I would love to wear these. I love the
over the ad first, of course. All right. Let's make this big so y'all can see. Skip ad.
Rights activist Reverend Jesse Jackson is in the hospital, according to his family. For more than a decade, Reverend Jackson has been battling a neurodegenerative disease called progressive supranuclear palsy. The 84-year-old was originally treated for Parkinson's, but last April, his PSP condition was confirmed. He is in the hospital tonight with symptoms of that disease. Reverend Jackson kicked off
Jesse still look good, don't he? Come on, Jesse.
his iconic career more than 60 years ago. We will keep you updated on his condition.
Y'all know Jesse been fighting. He walked Martin Luther King, baby. He been here for a minute. So when we see one of our heroes like that in a bad place and going down, honey, prayers up.
I would love to wear these. I love.
Shut up. Prayers up that he gets better. All right. He is 84 years old. All right. This is Reverend Jesse Jackson, honey. Is 84 years old. He is hospitalized in Chicago. His family has confirmed as of yesterday. Jackson has been battling progressive, what is that? Supranuclear palsy. Okay. It's a disorder for more than a decade. All right. So the family has not shared additional details about his condition. He is in a very bad space. So y'all send a prayer up or two for Jesse Jackson because we love him. All right. Yeah, I know he's been fighting for a very, very long time for the black people, honey, for the Rainbow Push Coalition and all that. He founded it. So as you guys can see here, he is very, very sick in the hospital. So prayers up for the Rev. All right. We love him. I love me some Reverend Jesse Jackson. He still looks good too at 84 years old. All right. That black ain't cracking over there. He still got that good hair. And that is not no perm, honey. That's juices and berries in his hair. All right. We love you, Jesse. Them good juices and berries in his hair. Don't y'all hate on Jesse because he got good hair either. All right. Shit. I ain't mad. I gotta get perm too. Shit. I don't know. Maybe he got a little white people in his family or something. I don't know, but Jesse got that good hair. I got to put a kitty perm in my hair. I ain't hating shit. All right, so let's continue. All right, let's get into some news, child. Let's get into the mess. All right. According to Neighborhood Talk, blogger Malagra Grams, honey, admits that she does not know anything about the ethics of journalism in defamation case or in the defamation case with Megan Thee Stallion. Y'all know she's in the middle of that mess with Tory Lanez and Megan Thee Stallion after she got powed by, well, we can say by Tory Lanez now because he appealed his case and he was found guilty twice. So he got to serve them 10. All right. You dealt with it. The judge says that she never qualified as a journalist in the first place. But damn, the judge is like, girl, you ain't no damn journalist. Sit your ass down. All right. Let's go ahead and read up and see what they got to say. Y'all said caramel. So the courts are dragging, honey, blogger Malagra Grams. Megan Thee Stallion's legal team just filed new paperwork saying that Malagra is not a journalist, not media, and she does not deserve zero protections real reporters get. Oh, girl, you're just a regular schmegler. That's what the judge said. And the judge already agreed, saying that she has never qualified as media in the first damn place. Girl, you nothing. Like Mr. said, you're nothing. You're nothing at all. Like that ain't what he told Celia at the table. You're poor, you're black, you're ugly, you're nothing at all. That's what the judge said, girl. Woo, I felt that. So the crazy part is that the court is using Malagra's own mouth against her. See, they pulled her live stream quotes where she proudly yelled, "I did not tell nothing, and I was a damn reporter." Well, the judge said you wasn't. Says, "I ain't never told you that I went to school for journalism. Okay, I just told you I was a journalist. I ain't go to school for it." Said, "You don't need to be a damn journalist to give an opinion." Well, the judge already told you that. So continuing on, said the neighbor said that she basically said, "I don't do journalism." And the court said, "Perfect. Let's write that ish down." All right. So it gets worse. In her deposition, Malagra admitted that she doesn't know journalism ethics at all, and she doesn't understand how journalism works. She said that she has no background in it. Okay, that's been clear. So Megan's team says that she that this proves that she is just as biased, or a biased commentator who spreads misinformation and allegedly posted whatever Tory Lanez family sent her. So I told you guys a while back when I covered this that Malagra Grams was receiving payments from Tory Lanez and his family for coming after Megan Thee Stallion, okay, saying some very egregious and nasty things about her on behalf of Tory Lanez. All right, and her ass got in trouble on behalf of Tory Lanez. So that's for anybody out there running around doing shit on behalf of somebody else because you like them, or you know they might be shooting you some money behind the scenes or whatnot. Your ass gonna get caught up. All right. And remember when the courts told her not to delete anything, because she started deleting shit because she knew her ass had to be in court. So Malagra, honey, still cleared her phone, but the gag is that the court still recovered some of the deleted messages anyway. See, when you go out here doing shit and you think you're deleting, they can still go and recover that shit. All right, that go for anybody out there on that kind of time. All right, and the lawsuit accuses her of cyber stalking. That is a crime for those of you that are cyber stalking. Why I pull this topic today? This must have been the Lord. Spreading deep down, child, fake PORN about Megan. See that? Pushing lies. That's defamation. Okay, about the powing and acting as a full-blown puppet. Okay, for Tory Lanez during and after the trial. See, she's working overtime for them cash apps and Zelle payments. Now, Megan's team wants the judge to officially stamp that Malagra is not media, so she cannot hide behind journalism while doing everything except journalism. All right, so that means your ass about to go down with Tory Lanez while you're out here working for Tory Lanez. All right, you see he's serving 10. Now you might be getting some time. That go for anybody else out there on that kind of time. If you're doing things on behalf of somebody else, I don't give a fuck if they're paying you or not. A crime is a crime. Use your brain out here. I don't care. You can like who you want to like, but when you're doing things on behalf of other people, you are old enough to know it's a crime. Just know your ass gonna get caught up in it, and then they're not gonna do that time for you. So he got to do his 10 years, and whatever time they give her for doing the shit that she's doing, there you go. All right. So do I feel bad for you? Hell no. All right. Go on in there. Moving right along, somebody else is committing crimes and they asked got some more time. They thought they was gonna get out at one time, but the judge said, let's push your shit back a little bit, like Carlos King's hairline. All right, he pushed your time back like Carlos King hairline. Why am I feeling petty this morning? That shit, see you getting out here. Let me be petty a little bit. See, the judge said you gonna get out right here, but you got in there and got the fucking up, so the judge pushed you back here. Cause y'all know that's where Carlos hairline start here. But when they spray the Beijing on, they put you back here. All right, so let's get into this. All right, Diddy's out here fucking up in jail. All right, see, they don't let you move to another jail because you couldn't sleep at the other jail. You couldn't eat over there because you thought they were putting shit in your food. So they put you at a little jail where they weren't going to really bother you like that, where they were going to really praise you because they saw you in the little videos over there with Mace and shit, taking up all the camera time when they want your video. Oh, I got off script. But anyway, so Diddy's prison time, his release date is reportedly pushed back, girl, okay, to June 2028 after allegedly violating multiple, that mean a lot, of damn rules over there in his new jailhouse. Let's read up. So according to page 6, Diddy's release date has been pushed back, okay, to June 2028 instead of May of 2028. So you got a whole nother month, bitch, because you got in there acting a fool thinking you Diddy and that you running shit. All right, after allegedly violating multiple rules. See how that worked for you? Look at the Lord. Yup. All right, so y'all see that? Diddy reportedly at risk of losing prison phone and commissary privileges for 90 days after allegedly making prohibited personal three-way calls. See how you make a three-way call? You're not supposed to have no three-way calls in jail. See, you still thinking you running shit. You're not supposed to have three-way calls. Because don't y'all know they monitor every phone call when you're in jail? Everything you say, I don't care if you're talking in code, they have like gang task force that can decode that shit. Do y'all not know that? Was I supposed to tell that? Yeah, they have the gang task force and all that. They be listening on them calls, and y'all be thinking y'all be talking in codes where you and only the other person on the other end know what y'all talking about. Yeah, they can decode that shit, and then your ass get more time. So Diddy was trying to be slick and have a little three-way situation on the phone calls in jail, and now your ass done got more time. And every time you do it, they're gonna keep adding time. Doing that. I kind of want you to keep doing that and fucking up so you can go ahead and get the time your ass was really supposed to get in the first damn place, right? Yeah, so hallelujah. All right, Judge. Thank you. Judge Samarani is on his ass, and I love it. I love that for you, Diddy. All right, you where you need to be. Moving right along. Let's get into this zesty clown right here. None other than Neo. All right, I still like your music. Neo. But nigga, I gotta talk about you this morning. All right. According to the Shade Room, y'all ready? Because Neo is on his bullshit and I'm about to be on mine. All right. So according to the Shade Room, said that one of Neo's 4 leading ladies, because y'all know he got 4 girlfriends now, okay, celebrates their anniversary in a post. According to the post, it says that the two have been together since 2011. How, bitch, when you were married in 2011? So you telling on yourself, all right? If I was his wife, I'd spin the block on your ass and do like that TikToker case right there and go and get your ass and hit them pockets a little bit. Rabbit ear your pocket, bitch. Yeah, that's what we'll do. Let's rabbit ear them pockets if you want to be out here on that. All right. So this is the post. Ariel Hill, okay, it says time and time again. Let's read in her voice, all right? If this is what I think she sounds. Time and time again, we always found our way back to each other. Okay, and that was the universe letting us know that we should have never been apart in the first place, even though you were married during the time that I was fucking with you, okay? And I cannot wait to spend the rest of eternity with you, okay? Lamar de Marvier, okay, she's speaking in French. I hope I said it right. Happy anniversary, twin flame, 11-11-11. I love you, okay? Me and all your other 3 women that all of us stay in the same house and sleep in the same bed, okay? Sharing juices and all that shit, okay? Neo, twin flame, eternal, okay? That's some whack shit. So y'all know Neo left his wife to go and be with 4 women at the same day. So you taking care of 4 women. It was cheaper to stay with your wife. Because these hoes gonna want red bottoms, they're gonna want Louis Vuitton purses, they're gonna need their hair done, nail done, everything done. So that's mani, petty, Louis Vuittons, red bottoms, trips, red carpet events. So they still got to get their makeup, face beaten out. Every time they come out, they got to have a face beat. That's expensive. Should have stayed with your wife. That's one person, right? That's the way I look at it. But y'all know Neo. I feel like Neo is trying to overcompensate. Okay. Allegedly, let me put that on there. Allegedly, gotta say allegedly, so it can be covered a little bit. All right, and everything I said in this video is alleged. All right, let me go ahead and say that because I don't want Neo trying to spin the block on my ass and come for me. But I feel like, and this is my opinion, I feel like he's trying to overcompensate because he's really behind the scenes zesty. Y'all remember when Neo first came out, and I talked about this before. He had all these little earrings and stuff. When I looked at him, I was like, ooh, it's giving broke wrist. All right, and nothing against that. I ain't got nothing against nobody that's gay. You could be that, whatever you want to be. But he gives zesty vibes, and I feel like he's still around a lot of these women because they're beards. I feel like these women are beards for him to throw people off so that people don't look at him as the person that he is, because maybe he's not ready to come out of the closet. Y'all know a lot of these artists really behind the scenes like to be with guys, but they don't want to come out and do that because they don't want to maybe lose a lot of their fan base. I mean, look at Luther Vandross. I think everyone knew Luther Vandross was gay, but he wasn't going to come out and say, okay, guys, so this is who I am and this is what I like, because he didn't want to lose his fan base, which was predominantly women. All right? Right? Yeah, that's what I feel like is going on with Neo. This shit been going on since forever. Freddie Jackson did the same shit as well. He sang to women, but you know, in his music, but behind the scenes, you know, he was saying, you are my lady, you know, to y'all. But then when he got home, he was singing the earth. Okay. He's singing the earth. All right. But that shit been going on forever. And that's what I feel like is going on here with Neo. All these women, I feel like he's over SEXualized. I feel like the nigga need to go get some help. I feel like he's I think he's a SEX addict. That's a real thing. Okay. Yeah, that's a real thing. That's what was going on with yeah, I'm sorry, I just did my nose spray. That's what was going on with Eric Benet when he was married to Halle Berry. He had an SEX addiction. Okay, that's a real thing. And sometimes it can be, and there's nothing wrong with that until it gets to a certain degree where that's all you think about, that's all you want. You wake up in the morning, all you want to watch is PORN. You go to the bathroom, you got to have your phone because you got to be sitting there while you know whatever you're doing in there, and you got to be on your phone watching it. It becomes an addiction, and I feel like Neo may be going through some type of addiction, and he's using these women to cover up who he really is behind the scenes. That's just how I feel. I just feel that way. Okay. It's some kind of spirit up in him. I really feel that way. But I feel like this is total bullshit for you to say that y'all been together since 2011. Bitch, you were married back then. You were in the whole situation. But go off, honey. Go off. Let's move along, Neo. I still like your music, but you full of shit. Let's get into some more topics, honey. All right. Moving right along. Nothing wrong. If that's what you want to be, honey, I judge no one. But I feel like I feel like he's lying to himself and those women. Okay. So I hope y'all use some mouthwash after y'all come from down there. That's all, child. Get the good Listerine too, not that Dollar Tree shit. Get the good Listerine that burn real good so you can get all that shit out your mouth. There ain't no telling what he doing, child. Because I feel like he got skid marks in the front and the back. That's all I'm thinking. All right, so next topic, according to It's On Site. I was really saying that in my head, but it came out. Y'all weren't supposed to hear that. Okay? Y'all weren't supposed to hear that. I was thinking that and it came out my mouth. But too late now because it's already out there. Moving right along, any parent's worst nightmare, okay? It says that the Louisiana grandmother is accused of fatally hitting her 5-year-old grandson while driving drunk to work at 7 a.m. Who the fuck is drunk at 7 a.m.? Like, let's start there, okay? 7 a.m., who is up on the Don Julio at 7 a.m.? Like, Granny, you got a problem, okay? You need to be in AA. You need to be somewhere. If you are that damn drunk at 7 o'clock in the morning, that is insane. That means your ass been up drinking all night and probably got one before your ass got a swig or two before your ass got up and got dressed to leave for work. So authorities say that a Louisiana grandmother has been arrested for vehicular homicide after she allegedly struck and unallowed. Let me put my banner up because that might be triggering, child. When we get to talking about stuff like that, let's do that. All right, let's get back into it. All right. For vehicular homicide, let's say it that way, after she allegedly struck and unalived her 5-year-old grandson while driving drunk around 7 a.m. Damn. It said that police say that the child was walking with his sibling when the car hit him, and he later passed away at the hospital. You're going to serve a lot of time behind that. You got several charges, ma'am, because you were drunk driving. All right. DUI and vehicular homicide. The vehicular homicide going to take your ass right on up out of here anyway. But let's go ahead and get into what they got to say, child, because the Popo's talking.
Shortly after 7 a.m. this morning, our officers responded to the 300 block of Spartan Loop, which is in the Spartan Trace subdivision, in reference to a vehicle that struck a young child in a driveway. The preliminary investigation revealed the child was in the driveway of their home, preparing to leave for school and waiting on the school bus. The child was positioned in front of his grandmother's 2016 GMC Yukon, which was backed into the driveway. The grandmother, who did not know that the child was outside, proceeded to leave for work, drove forward out of the driveway, at which time she fatally struck the child, who was killed instantly. When our officers began checking the grandmother, who has been identified as 55-year-old Kristen Anders of Slidell, she exhibited signs of impairment. It was determined that Miss Anders was under the influence of alcohol and central nervous system suppressants. To add to this tragedy, Miss Anders was placed under arrest for vehicular homicide. Shortly after 7,
you're gonna be in jail for a long time behind that shit. And I know her mental got to be all effed up, because baby, you know, she was not in her right mind if she was drinking like that. If she was that damn drunk. And I gotta, you know, prayers up to the other child that was there and witnessed this whole situation, because the child's sibling was there when the other child got hit. So imagine their mental and how they feeling watching their sibling get struck down by this fucking car because this grandma decided to drink and run over this child. Lord God. So prayers up for the family and everybody involved, this affected child. My goodness. All right, let's move on. Ciao. Let's take this banner down because we don't need it anymore. Back to the mess, honey. Back to the mess. All right. So next topic, we've been talking about Mr. Marshawn Nealon. We have an update on him. Now, we did reveal yesterday that his girlfriend, the secret that we did not know that we do know now, is that she is pregnant with his child, okay? A lot of people were asking, did he know that prior to unaliving himself? We don't know that, all right? We don't know what conversations were had. We don't know what happened. We just know he was really still going through it since he lost his mom. But the good thing is that the Cowboys, they have come together, and this is what they have to say. This is his coach. So Dallas Cowboys coach reveals Marshawn Nealon's girlfriend is pregnant nearly a week after his passing. Let's get into this. Let's go.
Still trying to get these answers. And how you?
Yeah. Again, we're going to honor Marshawn, his family, a number of different ways. The organization have been amazing. We've started the Marshawn Nealon Memorial Fund, where we can all give and support Catalina. And she's pregnant, and so we want to make sure she's taken care of and the baby's taken care of for the rest of their lives. Our guys it's very important to them and to us. With the other decisions, he's still part of the team, and there'll be decisions that are made, but that won't be made just by me. That'll be made by me and the leadership of this group, and we'll make the right decision. But we've got time to make those decisions.
You're still trying to get these answers. And how you?
Yeah. Again, we're going to honor Marshawn, his family.
All right. So y'all see, that's Mr. Marshawn. Nice looking guy. It's so sad at 24 years old. His life was ended through depression and some other things that he was dealing with. He did commit suicide. For those of you that don't know, he did play for the Dallas Cowboys, and he did make his first touchdown, okay, before he passed away. So shout out to his family. Shout out to his girlfriend who is carrying his child. Hopefully it's a boy and that child can carry on his father's legacy. But this is something, right? This is something else. So prayers up again. Condolences. He is with his mother now. He was missing his mom. So he, I guess, never got over that grief. Let's get into our next topic. I need to put my banner up for this. But before I do, let me go ahead and address what's on my screen. Ms. Lynn Cheatham, thank you so much, ma'am, for stopping through. She says, Caramel, can you talk about Destiny Payton where she loses the appeal order to pay LeBerry? Thank you. All right. Let me go ahead and say, for those of you that follow me, you guys know we talked about this a week ago. I did exclusive news, remember, on Destiny. And I gave you guys that information already that she had to pay him that money. Y'all remember? So I guess somebody else have already talked about it, and it's kind of circulating on the YouTube streets. But Caramel Rail is a whole week ahead. We already talked about that when I gave y'all exclusive news that nobody knew when they actually went to court, how Destiny was acting. Y'all remember when I gave y'all that news? Nothing against nobody else is talking about it now, but we're a whole week ahead, all right? Because I got the news exclusively. All right, gang, gang. But thank y'all so much for stopping by. But yeah, Destiny do have to pay that money. She does. She can't get over that shit. She has to pay that. Y'all remember we talked about that a whole week ago. But thank you for coming through, ma'am. Yeah, we own it, doggone it. Okay, we are on it, doggone it. So Caramel already done touched down on that a whole week ago. All right, moving on though. So yeah, we knew Destiny had to do that. I told you how her ass was acting in court and screaming and hollering and doing all the shit she was doing. And yeah, honey, we did a whole video on that. Go check back a whole week ago on that. All right, moving on. Shout out to all the other CCs that's talking about it and pushing that info out there, though. All right. Caramel on her shit over here, baby. We on our shit. We rolling, all right? And we're rolling. All right, moving on to neighborhood talk. I got to put my banner back up for this one because shit, this one here, oh, it's gonna be another doozy, honey. Damn. All right, so let's get it, and let's go. Right? And yeah, muscle. Let's get it. Y'all know I be on my shit over here. I try to be on it, child. As soon as it hit, I be trying to get it to you. All right. All right, let's get into it. Nothing against nobody, and I hope nobody didn't feel bad about that. Okay. So yeah, we talked about it a week ago though. So neighborhood talk. Thank y'all for this. A cowardly 36-year-old Florida man paid his 21-year-old cousin $6,000 to unalive a 17-year-old high school student that he molested. Okay, to keep her quiet. This is some crazy shit. We got to talk about this. Yes, it's a little triggering. We got our trigger warning banner up. I'm going to try to be as you know, less, what's the word I'm looking for? Abrasive about this case as I can. All right, because this shit is horrible. How dare you violate someone and then pay someone to keep them quiet? She has every right to speak on that shit. All right. Don't tell them what she was dealing with mentally. Anybody in my chat that's ever been violated, I hope this is not going to be too triggering for you. We're going to try to get through this as painless as possible. All right. So let's get into it. All right. They said that some men really ain't ish. So whoever wrote this is pissed off. And so am I. And I ain't even got through the shit yet. All right. So a Florida sicko, all right, who molested a 17-year-old girl, hired his own cousin to pow the teen in her home in a unaliving for hire plot that has both of their dumbasses behind bars now, hallelujah, and hopefully for life, because this is sick. Let's get into it. According to WFLA, Leonard White, who was 36 years old, paid his cousin Sheldon Robinson, who was 21 years old, at least $6,000 to fatally pow Isabella Scavalli and keep her from testifying about the 2023 sexual assault. The U.S. Attorney's Office in Florida Middle District says both sickos were convicted on unaliving and conspiracy charges. Now, the police said that Sheldon fired the barrage of pows when Isabella answered the door at her home back in February 7th of 2023, unaliving her and wounding her mother as well. My God, this shit here. Said that the pows that unalived Scavalli struck her in the back as she ran away from the door for help. Prosecutors said in a release. Now, it said that her mother was struck several times but survived. She collapsed on the ground and watched her daughter unalive. It said a third person, Keyshawn Woods, 22, was also involved and previously pled guilty to his role in the plot as well. Young men throwing their lives away for $6,000. That's not worth it. All right. So it said the three sickos were also charged with tampering with evidence and obstructing justice. Sheldon's mom, Janet Williams, ended up catching a charge for lying to investigators to try to conceal the crime. Wow. All right, so Isabella had reported the sexual assault to the police station just one day before she was powed and unalived. Now, the authority says that Leonard hired his cousin Sheldon to unalive the teen that he actually molested to keep her quiet. They said what's even more disturbing about this is that they also said that he had posted online that he was looking to unalive her or looking for her. That he was looking for her unaliver. So he's the one that set it up, but he posted online that he was looking for her unaliver. Wow. So you shouldn't have said shit because it led back to you. You look suspicious. Said that the 3 men were arrested in 2023, but Sheldon and Leonard were found guilty by a federal jury last week by following a 2-week trial. It said that they each face multiple mandatory life sentences when they return to court for sentencing in January. Look at the Lord. I'm glad that they were all caught and arrested and gonna be serving life. They should have got a death penalty. I'm sorry. I feel like certain, and I'm for it when it's needed. If someone violated a child, absolutely, I feel like they should get the unaliving penalty. I'm for that. If you violate a young person or a person, just period, you should be, because it's really something wrong with you. If you unalive someone, if you take someone's life, unless you're trying to defend yourself, in that case, I feel like you should not. But if you're breaking somebody's house and you just, on some shit like that, or if you just unalive somebody for whatever reason, other than trying to protect yourself, you should be. I really do. I'm for it. But in this situation here, thank God they did catch the people involved. This young woman did not deserve what happened to her. She reported what happened to her. And because she reported it, they saw that as, oh, so you're going to report me? So this is what we're going to do. And $6,000 now got y'all asses spending life in prison. And it's no wonder what they're going to deal with on the inside, because in situations like this, just understand that inmates, they do watch the news as well. So they see this shit, and they're probably going to be tormented for the rest of their life in prison by other prisoners who are probably going to violate them. Okay, so that's how that happens. Anytime you molest someone, especially children, when your ass go to prison, oh, they're gonna get your ass, and I mean that literally. All right, so let's move along. Good God, I hate shit like that, but the outcome, I am very much so happy about that. Okay, my Lord, moving on. Whew. Let's move along. All right, let's get into this lying heifer right here, because we got a little receipt on her. Ass came out talking about some she is engaged. Girl, no, you're not. All right, Clarissa Shields with her lying ass. If you could just stick to fighting, stay off the end of that girl telling all your damn business with you and Papoose. I kept saying I need to hear from Papoose. If Papoose come out and say yes, because y'all know that's how he talk. Yeah, so yeah, me and Rissa, me and Rissa, we are engaged, whatever. Even though your ass still married, yeah, me and Rissa, we are engaged. I gave her this, fat ass ring or whatever. That. Had he come out and said that, maybe I would have believed it. But since we didn't hear from him, and you're on here just doing the absolute most flexing, fake flexing is what they call it in the streets. All right, that's called fake flexing or whatever. You were lying, girl. All right, so Clarissa Shields, I showed y'all the video where she put this ring up saying she's engaged to Papoose and all that. I'm so tired of y'all asking me, when I'm gonna get married and when I'm gonna have kids. So yeah, we're engaged. Lies. All right, girl, you here with it. Clarissa Shields shut down Papoose marriage and baby questions with massive rings. Said, you see this big old ring, engaged. All right. We found out, and I saw some stuff online where the people said, girl, she's out here motherfucking lying. So let's get into what she had to say, and then let's go ahead and look at the lie. All right.
Yeah, every time I'm supposed to be our wife and stuff. You see this big old ring on my finger?
Mm-hmm. So do.
Bling, ding, ding, ding. Engaged. I'm getting tired of people asking me, when your wedding? When your wedding? When you gonna have kids?
Ugly.
Like,
oh, I can't.
Yeah, every time I'm supposed to be our wife and stuff. You see this big old ring on my finger? Bling, ding, ding, ding.
I think she bought that shit too. All right. And that don't even look like no engagement ring. Shout out to Ebony. That's what I was just laughing at. Ebony was like, and the ring is ugly. I'm sorry. Y'all be so cutthroat in the chat. I be like, I love it. Okay. Y'all messy as I am. So that's her lying ass right there. All right. So now let's take that down and get back to my screen. Because the people said it's the same damn ring. And she been had this damn ring. So let me show y'all the shit that they showed me, y'all. Let's put that. Let's add that to the stage. All right. So now they're saying it's the same ring that she had when she was dating somebody back in 2024. All right, before she even got with old boy Papoose. All right. So they're saying here, Clarissa Shields is says no, I'm engaged. So she was claiming that when she was with this guy that she was engaged. All right. They're saying that this is the same ring that she had back then in 2024 that she done came back and recycled that shit, and now she's saying she is the same shit she was doing with this dude. She's trying to do with Papoose. Again, we have not heard from Papoose. He's not come out to confirm any engagement, none of that, which we all know they asses can't get married anyway because he is still married to Remy Ma. But they're saying that this is the same ring that old girl had when she was with this dude right here who's laying upon her tiggo bitties over there while her ass is claiming to be engaged right here. So now she done put this old ashy hand up, them ashy knuckles that you ain't stopped to put no damn lotion on for you up there in the camera with it. Okay. They're saying that they're saying that this video is from 3 years ago. Okay. When she was actually engaged to this guy right here. So that ring is not from Papoose, is what the people are saying. What y'all think? Y'all saying, yeah, it is ugly. The shit look like it look fake. I'm sorry. It look like a cubic zirconia, if you will. All right. I know some real jewelry because I got some shit over here too. But yeah, it's giving that. It's giving that, you know, it ain't look like it came from Zales. And that's sad. But, you know, I told y'all, celebrities be out there buying fake shit too. But it does look fake. It looks like a fake ass cubic zirconia. But they said it's the same damn ring that her ass had when she was dating this dude right here. And that, no, that's not Papoose. But this is a guy that she said to be dating. Back in see this Clarissa Shields 4/8/2024. She's saying here, no, I'm engaged to this dude here. So go figure. What y'all think? Sound good, right? Girl, you a whole clown ass biatch for that. That's all I'm saying. If the man gonna propose to you, like I would think, since this is like gonna be your first, you know, marriage or whatever, I would think he would do that shit right, do it publicly, where, you know, he get down on one knee. There's, you know, somebody gonna be Freddie O gonna be there taking some pictures and put that shit out there, because that's gonna be a huge thing for you, right? That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that if you are engaged to Papoose, you are Clarissa Shields, girl. He's supposed to be down on one knee in a picture. Freddie O gonna take the picture and put that shit out there for everybody to see that, and we gonna be like, girl, let me find out he don't ring you up like that. Like, that's how it's supposed to be. Like flowers and shit, like rose petals, like it's supposed to be like rose petals leading up to you where he done, you know, music playing in the background. Right? That's what I'm thinking. You know, Neo zesty ass in the background singing. Something like that. That's what I would think. But not no shit like this where you up here eating some damn rice with some ashy ass knuckles with a cubic zirconia. So yeah, I'm engaged. So on that shit. Like, no, get off my screen with this bullshit, girl. Papoose, we need to hear from you. Maybe he down to the courthouse finalizing his divorce. I don't know. All right. Let's get into somebody else, child. While we into the mess. Nene Leakes, let's talk about you. All right. Because child, she is airing out her little fake ass boyfriend up over here. Child, I know a good lie when I hear it. Clarissa, I don't believe nothing else you say no more. Girl, if you tell me it's raining, I'm gonna have to put my live on pause and go look out the motherfucking window, because you just lie just to be like, you lie like the rug in my foyer. You do, girl. And it lies right there, girl. Let's get into what Nene Leakes had to say about her lying ass African boyfriend. See, this is what happens when you go out here messing with somebody else's husband. All right, because Nene, this man was married when you started jumping up and down on him. Okay, yeah, you did. Y'all stop. I'm trying to get through my show, okay? Yeah, her ass was lying with that fake ass cubic zirconia on. I'm about to make me mad now. Because I was about to say congratulations. I was about to start what's child named Vesta Williams. I'm about to break out in Vesta Williams. Congratulations and all that shit. I'm about to be singing for nothing. I'm playing in my damn face. Shit. All right, hold on, y'all. Because I think I done put too much nasal spray up in here. My shit just leaking over here. Hold on. Yeah. Woo. Fucking on my show. Girl, yeah, I was about to break out in the Vesta Williams and all that, child. I was like, oh, she done played in my face, y'all. I about to hit that first verse on her ass, you know, saw old friend on the street. Y'all know the song, child. I said, bitch, I know you lying to me. Got me in here singing for nothing. But let's get back to my show. All right. Girl, I was starting to get all excited. Like, oh, God, it's about to be a wedding, girl. But then I had to remember, bitch, he already married. All right, so let's get into it. Oh, girl. All right, so Nene Leakes, girl. Nene Leakes with her married man dating ass. Okay, so this says the Nene Leakes child has officially, this is from the Real Housewives of Atlanta fan page. So Nene Leakes has officially ended her relationship with her boyfriend, because y'all know we heard that they broke up, but then we kept seeing them in pictures. He would take her out to eat. She'd be eating off his plate. But I was like, I thought y'all broke up. Broke up mean y'all ain't together no more. Y'all, you know, so she was still finagling with him. So I guess they are officially done, because she just airing him out, girl. She is airing him out like a Mexican drop top girl. So anyway, So Nene Leakes has officially ended her relationship with her boyfriend, okay, Naomi, calling him an obsessive cheater and claiming that he was bad in bed. See, that's always our go-to, Black women. When we get tired of him, the first thing we do is talk about his peen situation down there. All right. All of a sudden, he bad in bed, girl, his thing little. Ain't that our go-to when we get mad at a man? There she go. All right. Let's continue though. Girl, he bad in bed and financially unstable. So when you find that out, after you left him alone or while you were still dating a married man, because you was sneaking all over the place with him while he was bad in bed, girl. You done flew to Florida and everything while he bad in bed. But let's continue. So according to Nene, Lanithia is what her mama named her though. She feels that he used her for a come-up girl and brought little value to her life. When you find that out, Nene, after y'all really broke up, said that she admitted that when she entered the relationship, that she was aware that he was still married. But you told Kim Zolciak to close her leg to marry me, but you opened yours. Oh, okay, gotcha. All right, so, but he assured her that a divorce was in the process. So in the process and finalized, that's not the same thing, right? Okay, gotcha. So Nene, honey, Lanithia, also revealed that his estranged wife has been stalking and harassing her for years. She should, because you shouldn't have been messing with her husband. Even forcing her to have to increase her security, especially when she's traveling through airports, child. Let me find out. Says that at this point, Nene says that she is single and forced to enjoy her peace, embracing her independence and living life on her own terms. I'm not mad at the wife, okay? I'm not mad at the wife. I'm not mad at the wife because Nene, you were doing videos while you were with this woman's husband, knowing that he was married, okay? I'm gonna say it again, emphasis on it, knowing that he was married, in videos, bragging, girl, yeah, this is my man, this is my man. You all up on him like he was sending a message to the wife. So I'm not mad that she's stalking you. I'm not mad she's popping up in the airport on your ass. I'm not mad that she airing you out. Hell, I ain't even mad that she filed that lawsuit on your ass, that alienation of affection, because she hit you with one of them too. Even though she ain't get no money, okay, she ain't have a good lawyer. You should have got that other girl lawyer from the TikTok. We're gonna talk about them in a minute too, because I got some tea, girl, that's gonna burn your tongue. I'm gonna burn y'all tongue today. All right, so what y'all think about that? So now he bad in bed and financially unstable, but he was so good, and you were, you know, bragging about him in your little videos, and y'all dated for a good little spell, and you kept going back to him, even though he was seen with a younger, light-skinned, pretty girl with a nice little curly natural hair, while you was over there having to put on man units and shit. Okay, yeah, you were, girl. But that's what had happened with Nene and this damn married boyfriend. So now y'all ain't together no more, and his dick miles ain't good no more. That's what it is. Or maybe peen for YouTube's sake. What y'all think about Nene? See, that's what your asses get when you be out here messing with somebody else's man. I don't feel sorry for you at all. Okay. Yeah, I don't feel bad for you at all. I don't feel bad for you at all. That's anybody that's on that kind of time. I ain't sorry for your ass. Whatever you get, you just get. Let's get on into some more reality TV news. All right, that I found out. Drew Sidora has announced that she is getting very close to her divorce finalization. Okay, from Ralph with his bitch ass. You gotta say that. Y'all know him and Martell Holt, honey, are best friends. Might be something else. Allegedly. Because Martell do give zesty vibes too. I say I don't know another man who like to walk around all day with pants and drawers up his ass. I don't know anybody, not a straight man. Okay, I don't know no straight man that like to walk around with pants and drawers. He probably wear a thong too. Martell, since he likes shit up his ass, he might wear thongs. I feel like Martell don't even wear drawers no more. He just wear thongs. Just walk around with stuff all up your ass. But anyway, how we get there? So let's get into some Drew Sidora news. So she did make an announcement, and I think I talked to you guys about this, where she said she's getting very close to finalizing her divorce. Y'all know Ralph is taking her through it. He is not letting her go because Drew got some money now. All right, and she better hold off on that other album that she talking about she want to release, because the more money you make, the more you got to pay his ass, because he came into this thing as the breadwinner, and now that she is the breadwinner, it's bothering him. You know why? Because he doesn't understand the concept of being one. When you marry bitch ass niggas who always feel like they got to only be the one to make all the money and that you can never surpass them, that's bitch assness for you. All right, women, that's for all my women out there. And no, we're not demasculating men at all, because I have a lot of men who watch me, but we do have a lot of bitch ass men out there. None of the ones that watch me, of course. I love all y'all in my chat. All y'all in my chat today, I love y'all, okay? Sure do. All right. But in this case here, let's get into what Drew Sidora is saying. Shout out to Real Housewives of Atlanta fan page. Let's go. All right, so Drew Sidora opens up and reveals that her marriage had already been broken long before she ever joined Real Housewives of Atlanta. Did y'all know that? Not thong. Let me find out. All right, so I said that she explained that she endured obsessive cheating. I remember he went down there to Florida, all right, to Tampa, all right. Said the constant verbal abuse. We saw that on the show. And narcissistic behavior throughout the relationship. We saw that too. All right, he gives that. So Drew also recalled moments when her husband showed what he called tough love towards her son, because you know she came into the relationship with a son already. Okay, the one he was supposed to adopt and he decided not to. That one, which was painful for her to witness. So maybe he was a little bit harder on her son versus the other kids. You got to watch that too, women. When you get with somebody else, when you bring kids into the relationship, watch how they treat your child. Because sometimes, you know, they don't really want that child to be there and they be a little bit harder on that child or make them feel like they're not wanted. Okay. So one of the most shocking revelations was when Ralph allegedly asked her to bring another woman into their marriage bed, something that she said no wife should have to accept. There you go. Same shit Martell was trying to get Mel to do. I said, I see why these motherfuckers are friends. Women, we keep talking about that over here. Stop putting yourselves in situations where you gotta please a man and giving up all of your morals and values. I said that yesterday about Princess Love, who was married to Ray J. Princess Love said she did the very same thing with Ray J to save her marriage, and look at them now. That shit never works. Don't ever put yourself in a situation where you gotta lay beside another bitch to keep a nigga. Do I need to say that again? I got to be as raw as I can because I need y'all to hear me. We got a lot of women that's giving up their morals and values for a man. That mean that ain't your husband. That mean that ain't the person you supposed to be with, because never, ever should you give up who you are to please somebody else. That's being unequally yoked. I'm saying right now, God will never send you somebody to where you got to do this in order to be married or be with a person. We have a lot of women that's starting to fold and conform to doing things like that in order to keep a man. Y'all remember Martell was trying to introduce Melody to the same thing. So it's no wonder that these two motherfuckers are friends and that they walk together, they hang together, they probably have these same conversations. You don't ever know what go on in a person's house. When you see a person, you see them smiling. When you see them together, you don't ever know what a person go on, what they have going on in their house and what they're fighting about and what they're fighting in order to, you know, trying to keep a smile on your face. Drew, when you see her in public, she gives, oh, I'm fine. Everything is fine. But behind closed doors, it's amazing to see what a person is actually dealing with. So Ralph, bitch ass nigga. Okay, I gotta call him that because that's some bitch assness right there. To ask your wife to allow another woman to come into your marital bed, and because she would not conform to that or allow that or be comfortable with that. Because what woman want to watch her man rubbing all up on and pleasing another woman in her bed? I wish a motherfucker would. For that, I'll go to jail for that. I'll go to jail. My husband know better than that shit. Fuck that. Okay, Angela Bassett on your ass. Let me shut up. Oh, God. All right, let's continue. I'm trying to get past the Lord. All right, so one of the most shocking revelations was when Ralph allegedly asked her to bring another woman into their marital bed, something that she said no wife should have to accept. Now, Drew says that she is taking her power back by leaving the marriage. There ain't nothing else to do but that. Now I see why she want to leave, because what you stand for. To stay means that you agree that this is what y'all gonna do, because this is what he wants. He done put it out there now that that's what he wants. You can't please him no more. Again, that sounds like that SEX demon is on him. He got that Neo spirit in him. We just talked about it. Now she's encouraging other women not to let a man break them down to nothing, stressing that it's better to walk away for the sake of peace and sanity than to remain in a toxic situation. All of that. Ain't that how they say in church, honey? That mean the pastor preaching when you do like that right there. That's a whole sermon. Boom. Okay, that's what that means. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't ever feel like, because let me tell you something. You can always find somebody else. Don't ever feel like you have to do things in a marriage, in a relationship, in whatever situation that you don't want to do, that you know is contrary, that's totally against your beliefs, everything against you, everything. Don't feel like you got to do that shit in order to keep a person. Should no other woman be in your bed anyway. And I feel like Candy Birds, and y'all do what you want to do in your bedroom, but that shit she and Ty got going on, that shit, no, hell no. Ain't no bitch gonna ever be in my bed. Ain't no woman gonna be pleasing my husband. And no, Candy said 6 months ago, she and Ty just had a threesome. Now, y'all know that's something that they do. That's a Hollywood thing. Obviously, y'all know T.I. and Tiny, they do the shit as well. Other people in Hollywood do it. Jada and Will, they do the shit too, in order to keep their marriage. My thing is, if I don't please you, let me go. I don't want to keep me out the group chat. Okay? Take me out the triangulation of it all. Like, my mom's telling me we need a child. I need a jam session after this, because this shit here, this is about to send me. Drew, thank you for realizing your worth, baby, and getting out of it. Even though you do lie a lot. All right, let me go ahead and emphasize that. You do lie a lot. But in this situation right here, I got to give you your applaud, baby, for waking up and realizing that Ralph is not going to be the man for you, baby. He is jealous of you, for one. That's another thing. When you're married to someone that's jealous of you, this is the type of shit that happens. And I feel like he's trying to punish her for being better than him. And you have men that will do that. You have men that will do that and present shit to you and make you feel like you got to do that shit. And it's their way of punishing you. Martell was punishing Mel. Okay. Look at all these situations. Okay. Look at all these situations. Tayana Taylor, what she went through with her ex, same shit. Same shit. Jealousy. These jealous ass men will put you in the middle of this bullshit and make you feel like you got to do this in order to please them. Nope. I'm gonna let your ass go, honey. Release you back to the streets. Nigga, you came from the streets, and releasing you back to the streets, you will go. All right, let's go ahead and get into my jam session, because I see y'all sitting on my likes. And baby, we can't be doing it. All right. We can't be doing that. Let's get into the jam session. All right, boom. Please hit that like, please. All right, I'm still here. Jam session. Please tap on that like. Thank you. Hey, we back. We back. All right, let's get back to the show. All right, y'all, if you didn't hit the like button, please step out, tap that like, and come on back. All right, we still here. We got more news, honey, that I know y'all can use. Let's see. Yeah, we got some more juicy stuff. How many more topics I got? Oh, yeah, we got a little ways to go. All right, let's get into it. All right, let's get into this Andy Cohen news, because he had a little talk with Shaquille O'Neal, honey. All right. Let's get it up. Let's get it up. Let's get it up. I saw this on No Chaser TV, where Shaq is asked some questions. Andy Cohen asked Shaquille O'Neal his thoughts about Charles Oakley. Y'all know Charles Oakley has to pay out a bunch of money after a recent lawsuit that he lost. Okay, he got to pay out a substantial amount of money. Y'all know he and Angela are already facing some stuff with some properties that they own, where Angela was saying that she was damn near in bankruptcy because of some properties that she purchased that she probably shouldn't have purchased. So now with him losing his case, that's putting him further in debt. Also, he's asking Shaq how he feels about Larsa Pippin's dating Marcus Jordan, which we all know is Michael Jordan's son. Let's get into what Shaq had to say. Y'all know Shaq gonna give y'all the tea. So shout out to No Chaser TV on this. All right, let's make it big, honey, because we like big over here. No pun intended. Let's get into the show. All right.
And basketball. Were you aware that Charles Oakley is now a Real House husband on the Housewives of Atlanta?
I saw that.
Isn't that wild?
It's nice.
Nice.
What's your relationship with Charles Oakley?
I mean, I know him. You know, we have a tremendous amount of respect for each other. You know, he taught me a lot about what toughness really is. Like when you can come up here and battle against the Knicks, and,
yeah,
go through that fierce competition. You know, so I know him. You know, I always call him Uncle Charles.
Yes. Speaking of housewives, I mean, to me, it was so wild when Scottie Pippen's ex-wife started dating Michael Jordan's son. Did that cross your radar at all?
Yeah, when it happened.
Oh, wow.
Hey, it's static.
Wow.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my
Your
God.
microphone. Is everything okay with your microphone up there?
We don't want to talk about that. Y'all know he is still good friends.
Speaking of
with Michael Jordan,
storylines and basketball.
He didn't want to say nothing wrong and Mike be like, nigga. Okay. So yeah, what y'all think about that? What y'all think about Shaq? We'll play it one more time for y'all.
And basketball. Were you aware that Charles Oakley is now a Real House husband on the Housewives of Atlanta?
I saw that.
Isn't that wild?
It's nice.
What's your relationship with Charles Oakley?
I mean, I know him. You know, we have a tremendous amount of respect for each other. You know, he taught me a lot about what toughness really is. Like when you can come up here and battle against the Knicks, and,
yeah,
go through that fierce competition. You know, so I know him. You know, I always call him Uncle Charles.
Yes. Speaking of housewives, I mean, to me, it was so wild when Scottie Pippen's ex-wife started dating Michael Jordan's son. Did that cross your radar at all?
Yeah, when it happened.
Oh, wow.
Hey, it's static.
Wow.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my
Your
God.
microphone. Is everything okay with your microphone up there?
Fake laugh. And it's like, I really wanted
Speaking
to
of
know.
storylines and basketball.
Andy really wanted to know that too. He was looking like, okay, any minute now you can jump in and tell me. But Shaq was like, I'm not touching that because Mike is my boy. So nope. What y'all think about that? That was hella funny though. All right, so I hope they figure that out because child, he got to pay a whole lot of money for that lawsuit he lost. Let's get into Mama Braxton in here. All right, Mama Braxton is telling on some folk over there on the Braxton Family Values fan page. Child, Mama Braxton is spilling some tea. We about to get into it. Baby, when I tell you she is still mad at Michael Braxton Sr., just like they got divorced yesterday. We're going to talk about it, though. She talking about that new wife and everything. Baby, she's never going to let this shit go, okay? Mama Braxton is going to be 179 years old, still hurling insults at Michael Braxton, okay? She is mad as hell. I feel like that was her, to be honest, and I'm trying to have a soft spot in my heart for this situation, okay? Because no one deserves to be cheated on. That shit sucks. But at the end of the day, Mama Braxton ain't been married to nobody else. We haven't seen her publicly like dating nobody else. I feel like her heart is still with this man, even though she's mad. I feel like she still carries, she had 5 kids by this man. So, when you have children, that gives you a deeper bond with a person. All right. Yeah, it does. But I feel like she still carries something for him, not just the vitriol, honey. You know, the vitriol is there, but she still carries a certain type of love for him, even though she may never vocalize it because she's still in this place of hurt. I don't know if she's been through some type of therapy, but she got to listen. It's gonna take you out of here if you don't let this shit go. The man is remarried now. What they've been married over 20 some odd years, almost 30 years. She is still mad at this man like this shit happened yesterday. And I get it. You get over things when you want to. I'm not trying to tell her when, but damn, it's like, baby, when she talk about this shit situation, it's like you would think that this shit just like happened an hour ago. And I'm just like, yo, she is still mad at this woman. Now I get it. And the shit that happened and how it happened and who was involved. This woman, obviously her name is Miss Wanda. Okay. She was friends with Miss Evelyn. Okay. Miss Evelyn Braxton. She was friends with her. She babysat her kids. She's been in this woman's home. So to find out that this woman is having a full-blown affair with your husband, yeah, that shit is beyond. Okay. And yeah, that's gonna send you into a whole different anger area of anger. But I'm just like, I want Miss Evelyn to get over it. The best way, honey, to get over a man is to get under a new one. Shit, if the man is gone, he want to be with this woman. Obviously, she did something that, or gave him something that he felt he did not get from her. Now, I've heard like interviews, and we've seen on the show where Miss Evelyn's husband, Michael Braxton, said it was just hard for him. It was times that he didn't want to come home because she was so damn mad all the time. She was always fussing at him. Y'all know men don't like that shit, okay? If you always fussing at your man and always on this shit here, as soon as he walk in the door, and let me tell you this, y'all start arguing in the morning, and he leave and go to work, and you come home and you want to finish that shit, don't a man want to be around that. I'm gonna just say that. Women, like, calm that shit down. Stop being so mad, aggressive, and always want to be on this shit with your man. Men, like, come home and fix, nice little dinner. Get over that shit. At some point, you got to get over it. This man said that she made it hard for him to want to even be home. He found reasons to not want to be home. Okay? You feel me? At some point, you got to get over that shit and stop always arguing. When your house is in that much of a disarray to where every time you're talking to your man is with some bass in your voice and you always got to be on 10 with it, you wonder why his ass don't want to be home? That's why. Now, I'm not just blaming her because he's wrong for the shit he did too. Because y'all could have went and got marital therapy, which I think she said they did. And she said he got in therapy and cried and had on some type of ring that the side piece done gave him because they was, doing their thing. But said that they cried because they were trying to save the marriage, but he cried because he wanted to be over there. But you got to also blame yourself, Miss Evelyn, for being so fucking mean. Okay? Seriously. Girl, and you can tell because she still got it for him. But let's get into what she had to say. Because this shit here, and then her daughters, that shit done trickled down to all of her daughters, from Tony to Wanda. Well, Tracy was the only one that kind of stood up for the father because she had a closer relationship. And she also had a relationship with Miss Wanda, which was the new wife. And, they didn't like that. The sisters didn't like that. I feel like that's why they didn't really like Tracy like that, because Tracy kind of took the father's side on that. And Tracy also got the mama together in one of them episodes too. I was like, oh shit. But yeah, so all of them took the mama side except Tracy. But now her daughters are ruined and their relationships are starting to suffer because they're kind of doing how mama do. And that shit ain't right. But let's get into what Miss Evelyn has revealed, honey, about the shit that went down in her marriage to Michael Braxton 30 some odd years ago. All right. So Evelyn Braxton revealed that for years, the whole town knew that her husband was cheating and nobody told her shit. Well, you didn't hear them because you were here with it. Loud. But maybe I was trying to say, Miss Evelyn, they were talking in this tone, but you were hollering over them because you were mad at some shit he did yesterday. Okay. Yeah. So continuing on, it said that they were sleeping together in my bed for 10 long years. Where were you at? Because y'all had 5 kids. Okay. Was nobody ever home? Where were you at, Mama Braxton? Where were your antennas when they were fucking? Or in the bed? Let me say that. Okay. 10 years? How you didn't know in 10 years somebody was sleeping in your bed? Because I pay attention to detail. If I come home, I know I done made the bed up, bitch. And the covers is turned this way, or the sheets, it's a different sheet on there than what I put on there. Women, we pay attention to detail, right? We have this little thing called intuition, if you will. You can't slip shit by me. I notice everything. So it would be very hard for you to bring a bitch in my house and she done been in my bed and I don't know it. Okay. I say, who the fuck been wearing this cheap ass Avon fragrance in my bed. So you gotta be on that. And then proceed to tear shit up after that. But 10 years and nobody, you didn't know nothing. Girl, you didn't want to know. All right, because women, we know when some shit like that happened. 10 years. He got about 10 years. Okay. So it says that who would ever get over that? Not me, girl. Says that it's downright low down and disgusting that you will bring another woman. I gotta do it like her, that you will bring another woman in her big drawers. That's what she said now. And candles lit in my bed like it's something special. Ain't that how she do her lips when she talk about him? Them lips be so damn tight, they be about to fall off. Woo, girl, that's a head nod for you. All right, so Evelyn made it clear that forgiveness doesn't mean forgetting. I get that too, okay? Because there's some hoes that I try to forgive, okay? And I ain't forgot that shit either. And her story has people debating online. See, we still talking about this shit 30 some odd years ago. All right, so they said, could you ever forgive something like that from a man? All right, I think everybody in their lifetime, at some point or another, whether you've been in a relationship or in a marriage, you at some point have been cheated on. I mean, I had a boyfriend cheat on me and the shit didn't go well because I was like, bitch. All right, I snapped off something serious on his ass. And I don't want to say on here what I did because it was not good. All right. A bitch had to get anger management after that, because when I tell you I popped off something serious, I went off on his motherfucking ass, and he know it to this day. And when he see me, when I go home, be like, "Hey, bitch," he still get that from me. But yeah, so that's the difference between forgiving and forgetting. You move on, obviously, because obviously, my husband won because he got a real one over here. All right, so I looked up and found something better. Hallelujah! Thank the Lord for sending him. But my point here is, do you guys feel like you could ever get over something like that? I think you could with the right amount of therapy, with the right therapist. You got a date. I want to see her so bad. I want to see her date somebody else and like be real serious about it. Because y'all saw on the show, like they hooked her up with several different dates. And it's like she just never took them serious because she's not got this man out of her system. She ain't gonna be able to take nobody serious until she completely get Michael Braxton out of her system. Whoever she meets, she gonna keep comparing them to him. And I feel like that's what she's doing. Everybody she meet, nope. And nope, he don't do this right. He don't do this like Michael. Nope, he don't. Nah, he don't look like Michael. I feel like that's what she's doing. I feel like she is deliberately. Do y'all feel what I'm saying? I feel like she's deliberately not taking these relationships that she's getting herself into seriously, because she's still in the back of her mind. Maybe she's holding on to hope. Maybe she's comparing these men to Michael Braxton. He's not a bad looking man at his age. He's still nice looking. He's supposed to be a minister, pastor or something. He done went and got him an earring. Like, he's just like, when you see him, you be like, oh, okay. You could tell back in the day he used to be fine. You could tell. All right. You could tell Michael Braxton used to be fine. And I feel like because they've been together, I think she says from like high school or something. So they got some years on this thing. They've been together since high school. So he like literally blew her mind. He was probably her first everything. All right. And he was a fucking freak because they had 5 kids. So they were doing some serious shit in that house. And in that same bed that she said that he was bringing that heifer up over there, okay, with her big drawers, because she is a big girl. All right. Up in their bed, that's some shit, right? What y'all think? But Mama Braxton said that they were sleeping together in my bed for 10 long years. Now, who would get over that? It's downright disgusting that you will bring another woman with her big drawers and some candles lit. Now, you bold to light some candles, because that means you're going to be there for a little bit. To light some candles and bring a bitch in the house in my bed? Oh, Lord. Y'all put in there what y'all think. We're going to have to move on. Because when I'm getting mad like this, my man, shit. Okay, I would never put on shit like that. Mama Braxton, I see why you mad, but baby, you got to move on. I really hope that you find you a good man, honey, that will blow your back out. You don't even think about Michael Braxton no more, okay? He must have been real good in bed, too, because she mad about that shit. Because when you run across a good one, a real one, honey, that could throw your head behind that headboard, girl, she done probably lost her wig a few times fucking with Michael Braxton, because it gives, honey, that he puts it down. That's what it gets. All right, he puts it down because he done put 5 children in you. All right, 5, girl. And you cannot get over this man. This man is, okay. All right, and he is still married to the woman, Miss Wanda, over there. And he done dusted her damn wig off a few times, okay? Yes, God. Let's move along. Let's get into this TikTok stuff, child. All right. Because, baby, I got some tea. I got some tea on this TikTok stuff. Y'all heard about the whole win from the TikTok mess. All right, but we gotta talk about that because baby, I dug up some stuff and y'all gonna be like, what? Girl, yeah. All right, so let's get into it because I found some clips that I gotta share because I've been digging. So I gotta show some supportive videos to support some stuff I'm about to throw in your damn lap, and I'm about to burn your tonsils out with this damn tea. All right, so let's go ahead and get into the first video of it. Okay, now y'all remember the whole TikTok lawsuit where the woman was sued for alienation of affection. All right, Miss Akira Montague sued what's the child named Brene Kenyard. Okay, the TikToker. We're going to look at this. I'm gonna refresh you guys' memory. We're gonna look at this. Let's make it big. Shout out to Sally Watson because this is what I saw on Facebook. All right. Sued Akira Montague, which is the wife, sued the TikToker Brene Kenyard for messing with her husband. Now, I did not know that Brene Kenyard was also a friend of Akira Montague, and Akira allowed Brene to come into her home as well. And a few times she caught Brene doing some inappropriate shit with her husband. So they started doing some flirtatious stuff in the house and all of that. We're gonna go ahead and get into it because a lot of this shit I did not know prior to looking into this situation. Okay, so that's why you let a bitch in your
heard everything, even the part where they asked a child to bring the wipes. In court today, Devin took the stand and dropped a bomb.
Let's pause. So I want y'all to see this. She has a twin sister. All right, both of them got them big ass boobs too. That shit is not sexy, girl. You need a breast reduction. Cut them hoes off. But they over there, child, on this shit here. All right, about to knock each other out. But so twin sisters, keep in mind, because I'm going to share something with you guys here in a minute. Twin sisters, that's Brene over here. The one in the green is the one that got sued. That's her sister over here. All right, let's continue. Let me back it up. So y'all remember when I talk about it later. Y'all know what I'm talking about.
He heard everything, even the part where they asked a child to bring the wipes. In court today, Devin took the stand and dropped a bomb that left jurors shaking their heads.
Ooh,
he testified that his ex-wife Brene and his cousin Tim were doing the oochie coochie in his own house multiple times, sometimes with Akira's little boy right there in the home. Devin said he heard them at least 4 times. One night after they finished, they called the kid to the room for wipes. The courtroom gasped. Akira burst into tears. Even jurors were crying. Her mom and grandmother wiped their faces, unable to look away. The therapist testified that Akira's mental health had spiraled from sadness to full-blown anxiety, triggered by seeing restaurants and places she once went with Tim and Brene. Then Brene tried to twist the notes, accusing Akira of being violent. The therapist pushed back. She was hurt, not hateful. By the time Devin finished, the picture was clear. While Akira was raising kids and trying to heal, Tim and Brene were turning a family into a scandal. Weapons, rumors, lies. This trial has everything. And when Devin said it's not allegedly, I heard y'all, the whole courtroom froze.
Ooh. Boy, you left your wife, beautiful wife, for that. Yeah. Ooh. All right. Let's stop sharing. All right. So, for those of you that did not know, Akira, which is the wife, her mom was a lawyer, and her name is Vernetta Sidner, okay? Now, I feel like her mother actually told her how to kind of get a one-up in this damn case so that she could win it, and she probably told her who to go to in order, or recommended an attorney probably through the firm that she works at so that her daughter can win this case. So let me tell you how the law worked. Her husband left her and got with the side piece. So when she sued the side piece, now that they married, now your money got to come up out of that too, since your ass was in on it. See, I like how that worked with the alienation of affection case, right? Let's continue because I got some more. We got some more, honey. We got some more. Because the husband had to get up there and testify. Now, y'all know Brene Kenyard represented herself, okay? She's not getting a lawyer because she was all cocky, thinking she was going to go, oh, this is an easy win. I'm going to go up in there. But the wife went and got her good attorney, honey, and went up and through there and won that thing. So let's go ahead. Let me share because I got to show you guys this as supporting details, all right? These big titty hoes. Yeah, I said it. Fight me, all right? Show the head. Fight me. All right, so let's get into this shit, child, because it's a builder. I need y'all to hear all of this, so when I tell y'all this tea, y'all gonna be like, oh, okay, yeah. All right, so in the video we just watched, they were doing the nasty with the wife's son, which is also the husband now, the girl's husband now. The wife's son was there, so this child done heard him in there getting busy 4 times, and they called that son in the room with the side piece in the bed with daddy. This was before they got married. This is while daddy was still married to the wife, while he was babysitting, and TikTok girl, who was the side piece, was up in there in the bed doing the nasty with with the wife's husband in their house with their child there. So the child done saw some shit he wasn't supposed to see too. And you done sent that same child to go get some wipes when your nasty ass should have been there, because you too big, girl, to be getting wipes. Your ass should have been in there, took a whole bath or a whole bath. Y'all heard that? A whole bath is standing at the sink, okay, where you get a rag and you get all up and through there like that there with it, okay? Or you get in the shower like most clean women, like myself, okay? You get in the shower and lather down. No damn whole bath. But anywho, so she in there with wipes, honey, wiping up after they did the nasty, and you done sent that child in there to get the wipes so that child can come in there and see you and his daddy in the bed. You nasty. Ooh, let's keep going. All right.
Still sleeping with his wife while dating Brene. The entire courtroom went dead silent as prosecutors dropped the receipts, explicit texts, timestamps, and photos that proved Tim never stopped seeing Akira. He told the jury they'd been separated, but those messages showed something else entirely. One text had him telling Akira he wanted to fill her up like a Twinkie. Another came with a picture that had the whole courtroom cringing. Even after their supposed breakup video, they were still sending videos and checking in on each other like nothing changed. Brene, who's representing herself, by the way, stood there questioning Tim, trying to hold it together. But when the messages were confirmed to be real, she looked shattered. Akira's messages showed a woman still fighting for her marriage, apologizing, begging to make it work, while Tim was whispering the same lies to Brene. And when photos surfaced of Tim and Akira going out on multiple dates, right around the time he claimed he was done, it was over. The jury was shaking their heads. The same man who claimed to love both women just exposed himself as the reason they're both in that courtroom.
All right, y'all see that? So this is them. This is the wife who filed a lawsuit for alienation of affection, and this is her husband during the time when they were met, when they were together. Beautiful girl. So you left this for that big ass cow over there, that big ass moose with 4 titties in the front. All right. Oof. Why I'm getting mad, child? All right. So let's continue. Y'all, this shit is crazy. Okay. It's crazy. All right. Hold on. Hold on. Let me get back to my screen here. Because, baby, it's so much, Lord. It's so much. Hold my mule, Lord. Hold my mule. All right. So let's move this down. Let's move this down. All right. Close that. All right, because the audacity of this big ass moose, that's what I'm gonna refer to her ass is, because that's what the hell she giving this morning. Moose. All right. Let's get into this moose. Because you were talking real cocky at the lawsuit down there, at the courthouse down there. Okay. Akira Montague. Okay. GoFundMe donation surge after legal victory after TikTok star Brene Kanyard over breaking up the marriage. Okay, now Akira Montague, Akira is the wife, okay, a North Carolina resident, won her alienation of affection lawsuit against TikToker Brene Kanyard. Brene Kanyard is the moose, all right, the one with, yeah, y'all know. All right, so after her legal victories, the donations to her GoFundMe have surged, okay? It should, because she got children to take care of, all right, with all this bull-ish. So Akira Montague's legal battle against TikTok star Brene Kanyard is in an alienation of affection lawsuit, concluded on Monday, November 10th, all right? That was this week. This week. A jury favored the plaintiff in her case against the defendant on the final day of trial at Durham County Superior Court, North Carolina. Now, following the favorable verdict, Akira Montague's GoFundMe campaign has also witnessed a surge in support. Now, the fundraisers page reflects over 780 donations within the last 2 days, potentially in the wake of the legal victory. Because y'all know she had to spend money in legal fees. So this is great for her. And she has 2 children to support. This is why she was crying in court. Like, what am I gonna do? Like, you know, she and her husband, they're not together anymore. So she still has to survive. So the campaign has raised more than $16,000 against a goal of $90,000 with over 1,600 donations. That's impressive. Okay. And it's going to keep growing because she's still getting more support. So the GoFundMe page was created by Renetta Senior, Akira's Montague's mother. She's an attorney, all right? With the approval of her attorney, Robinetta B. Jones, the campaign description reads, okay, so that this is an effort to raise money for Akira Montague's legal fees. The last year has been extremely stressful, expensive, and she still faces an uphill battle. She is thankful for all the support that she and her family have received. Her attorney, Robinetta B. Jones, has approved this GoFundMe. Any donations is greatly appreciated. Okay, so for those unaware, Akira Montague sued Brene Kenya last year in May for alienation of affection and criminal conversation. Now, the jury ruled in the former's favor, and the jury ordered the latter to pay damages. Okay, so shout out to the courts for recognizing that. Not every state has this. I think it's like 5 states I was reading actually has this particular type of law where you can file against, and North Carolina is indeed one of those states. Okay, so 1.75 million is what Miss Akira Montague, which is a wife, what she was awarded. Okay, so let's keep going. It's something else. Now, she has since spoken since then, and I do have the video. All right, the wife, she has since spoken. She is being harassed when she and her children go out, because a lot of people feel like, girl, you so stupid. Why you file a law? Y'all know how people be. Like, let this woman do what she feels she needs to do. The woman should not have been sleeping with her fucking husband. So if there's a law in that particular state that says she can file that against her, especially if she's going and using her social media platforms to be on that nanny boo-boo bullshit, yeah, she should file something against her. You don't post shit with her husband and you know, different disparaging things about this woman. Okay, especially involving her children, telling her children go get wipes when you sleep with. No, absolutely sue the fuck out of her. And I agree with all of that. But what I don't like is that she is being harassed when she and her children go out. So let's get into what she has to say, because she has spoken out since her win in this case. All right, we have it here. Shout out to 11 ABC, 11 News exclusive. Says a woman at the center of a viral TikTok influencer case speaks out. It was horrible. This is her beautiful girl, and it's so sad that she's dealt with that. You could still tell that her heart is still kind of with him. She misses him, but she knows he's a bitch ass nigga, and it is what it is. But they're all getting their karma, because I'm about to tell y'all here in a minute. Let's get into it.
This is Akira Montague, days after a jury awarded her $1.75 million in an alienation of affection case that has sparked international headlines.
I went right back to work, and so like the people at my job, they kind of got rid of some of my stuff because they thought I wasn't coming back because of how much that I was awarded.
The case is centered around this woman, viral TikTok star Brene Kennard, allegedly having an affair with Montague's husband that she became aware of in January of 2024. The lawsuit alleged Kennard flaunted that affair on social media to her more than 3 million followers, claiming she could not wait to become Mrs. Montague.
She's worth everything for him. Like, he's worth everything to her.
The alienation of affection law states that if a marriage ends on an account of infidelity, the husband or wife in certain situations can sue the person who the spouse had the affair with.
I was raised to respect the marriage. I was raised to respect God. So loyalty, marriage, the White House with the picket fence and the dog and the kids, that's me.
Akira becoming emotional, thinking of the impact this has on her kids.
It was horrible. Like, I can't. Even right now, I don't like going out in public with my kids because I'll get stopped in the store. I can't have fun with my kids to this day because people harass me and them. So it's hard.
Attorney Robinetta Jones, who represented Montague, says the evidence of Kennard's actions, who has since married Montague's ex-husband, has consequences.
I want people to be able to think, okay, Miss Montague won $1.75 million. Is that man worth it? Is that woman worth it?
Nope.
They will think now.
The case capturing attention worldwide.
She has an outpouring of support from everyone online and just here in the state of North Carolina is because a lot of women can resonate with her.
Akira now looking back at a dream deferred.
Yeah, I was deeply in love with that man, that I would do anything for him. I made sure that I put him first, and I shouldn't have.
Eyewitness News reached out to Brene Kennard for comment after the trial, but she chose to decline. Reporting in Raleigh, Dewan Hogard, ABC 11, Eyewitness News.
Her ass was probably somewhere eating. That's why she couldn't talk. Had a mouthful of food. Big ass moose. I have nothing for. I'm sorry, y'all. All right. So let's read up a little bit more if I drop this good old tea. I'm not trying to be nice when it comes to her, because bitch, you deserve it. She was being real anal on her social media platforms about this woman, and you done stole her husband and doing shit in this woman's house. So whatever fly out my mouth today, I don't give a hot damn. All right. I don't even give a damn. All right. So then I found this other one under law and crime, TikTok influencer targeted and alien of affection lawsuit ordered to pony up 1.5 million for affair with woman's husband. All right. So let's read. This is them. All right. Let me get to the point where I want to read at, because it was something that I read I want you guys to hear. Okay. Akira Montague last year filed both claims against Brene Kennard, who has some 3 million followers on TikTok and roughly 275,000 on Instagram. So she has a huge following of people that she was still just like coming for this woman. So imagine her, in their town too. She said she's getting harassed. So this woman used her platform in order to make a mockery out of this situation. And now this woman is, going through what she's going through. So Montague's complaint argued that Kennard ruined a marriage by having sex with Montague's husband while they were still together. So Montague wed Tim Montague in 2018 and subsequently had 2 children together in what the lawsuit describes as a happy and loving marriage with genuine love and affection between them. Tim Montague worked as a sales manager for Kennard. Now, Akira Montague and Kennard were close friends and would confide in each other about their prospective marriages. It said that the woman's husband or husbands, the women's husbands were cousins, and Kennard would stay at the Montague home. We got to put the buzzer there. Ain't no bitch staying in your home. See, that's how shit gets started. Y'all hear this? This is how it got started. You allowed her to stay in your home. I don't give a. That's why I don't like people in my house. Oh, let's continue. We getting there. But Akira Montague alleged, honey, that Kennard began to seduce. Okay. Tim Montague by wearing very short skirts. Can y'all imagine that big ass moose with a short skirt on while bending over? Good God, no. All right. In front of him. All right, so the plaintiff claims that Kennard and her husband first had sex in their home in December of 2023, right before Christmas. Bitch, I'd have snatched her out the bed. All right, so it said that the defendant, honey, was seen twerking, honey. That right there with it, all right, and shaking her bottom on the plaintiff's husband in a bathroom located in the marital home. See what I mean? Let a bitch come and spend the night there on that. That's why you don't stay in my house. I said that the two began to have a flirtatious relationship that they would flaunt on social media, where Kennard is a lifestyle content creator, okay? According to the lawsuit. That's why you don't let people stay in your house. Said that they would talk about how much they enjoyed having sex with one another. That's how your ass got caught up. It says that even had intercourse when Akira Montague was at home sleeping, per the suit. How hard do you sleep? Because I can hear a pin drop when I sleep. How hard do you sleep? You don't hear no ooh and no ah. You don't hear the headboard rocking like nothing. You don't hear the bed squeaking. Like, how hard are you asleep that you allow this woman to spend the night in your home and your husband get out the bed? You don't feel him get up and go creeping down the hallway like this right here to go get some? Girl, baby, you must have took a muscle relaxer or something. All right, so eventually, Tim Montague abandoned the plaintiff and their children to go live with Kennard, according to the lawsuit. All right, this all led to a dramatic trial in which Kennard represents herself and confronted her accuser when she was on the stand. So imagine the same person who slept with your husband, wrecked your home, got your kids crying because their daddy ain't home no more. This same person has to cross-examine you because she chose to represent herself. Okay, every answer that I gave her, and they would have to say objection every time I opened my mouth, would have been bitch. Before I said anything, bitch, it would have been that. Okay, the judge was like, okay, I ain't warning you no more now. Every question she would have asked me, it would have begun with bitch. Yeah, it would have. Okay. They would just had to hold me in contempt because I would have had a whole attitude the entire fucking trial. All right, so nothing it seemed was out of bounds. Even Kenyard asking about Akira Montague's miscarriage. You hear that shit? That's the lowest of the low. To speak of a woman losing a child, okay? That's the lowest of the low. All right, so they said that must have been painful for you, right? Said the Kenyard asked, according to a courtroom report from the Raleigh News. Oof, baby, I'd have flew over there like I had wings. Do you hear me? Said that those in the gallery, many of those who were social media influencers documenting the case, reportedly gasped when she asked that question. How dare you? She was trying to get a rise out of her. All right. Said that, well, I wouldn't expect you to know since you don't have children, Akira Montague retorted. Come on. See, that's a good comeback. Come on. Ooh, ooh. All right. Bitch, I don't expect you to know. Bitch, because you ain't pushed out no baby moose. Okay. You ain't pushed out no baby moose. So, bitch, move on to the next question. That's what I'd said. Whew. Let me bring that down. All right. So, at one point, the judge reportedly had to remove the jury to scold the two for, okay, what is it, editorializing. I like that word. And told them to stick with the facts of the case. See, they about to start arguing, so the judge had to clear them up out of there. All right, so Akira Montague said, which is a side piece, the wife, said that Kenyard, which is a side piece, staying at the house made her so uncomfortable that she quit school. Well, why allow her to say that if you feel comfortable? And Kenyard suggested that Akira Montague wrongly blamed the defendant for all of her problems. Said, I take accountability for allowing an intruder into my home, Akira Montague said. The plaintiff described the impact of the situation had on her family. Said that my children aren't the same. She reportedly testified in tears. Said that both in her closing arguments that Kenyard dismissed the lawsuit as nothing but a money grab. Said that this was a marriage that had been falling apart for years, thanks to you, of course. Said that while this was a civil case, that all the parties in this case have been accused of committing crimes. Really? Timothy Montague was arrested for bringing a pow to the courthouse on November the 5th. Who does that? You know, you got to go through, like, even I know not to. Okay. So Akira Montague was found guilty, okay, of criminal contempt for violating a prior custody order. And Kenyard was charged with cyber stalking, okay? That's a real crime. Y'all hear that? Cyber stalking? All right, so a juror deliberated for nearly 2 hours, and they ruled in favor of the plaintiff, which is the wife, okay, much of the delight of the supporters who reportedly chanted Team Kira. So that's how that went down. All right, so let's take that down. All right. Whew, what y'all think about it? My Lord, okay? My Lord. Did I share? Did y'all see any of that? See, I get so excited. Let me share so y'all can see my source, because I want y'all to see my source. Everything I'm reading, anything I read or show you guys or talk about, I want y'all to see. There ain't no bullshit. All right. TikTok influencer targeted, alienation of affection. All right. So all three of them were charged with something. I'm trying to figure out why the hell he thought that he was going to go in court. How you going to bring a weapon into the courthouse, especially a pow, when you know you got to go through security checkpoints? That's every courthouse. So you deserve that, dumbass. He's slow. Girl, you dodged a bullet with him. All right. He's slow anyway. So you did good to get rid of him. All right. So, and the good thing is that now that you are married to the TikToker, both of y'all ass got to muster up this money for cheating on the wife. All right. See how the Lord worked? Now let's get into this tea. All right. Let me get back to the video so y'all know who I'm talking about. All right. Boom. Is that it? Let's see. Yeah, it's this one. So I can show you guys again. Let's go back because I told y'all she got a twin, right? All right, so I'm gonna play it again, and I'm gonna pause it so you guys can see this twin. All right, boom. Let's pause it. Can y'all see that? Let's share. Because I want y'all to see. This tea I'm about to drop, y'all gonna be like, bitch. Oh boy, when I tell you karma, it does not do good to do people wrong. Okay. All right, so we know Akira Montague is the wife who won the settlement for the alienation of affection. We know Brene Kenyard is the side piece, aka TikToker, whatever you want to call her. All right, Moose. I call her Moose. All right, we know. All right, so Now, Brene's twin sister's baby daddy now wants a DNA test on their second child. I found out. Listen to this. Because he says that that's not his baby. Guess who baby it is that he think it is? Guess who baby he think it is? The same motherfucker that wrecked his first marriage with Miss Akira. That went over there with the side piece, the little TikToker. So not only was he sleeping with Miss Brene Kenya, he was also sleeping with the twin sister who has a boyfriend who is now engaged. And then had children with this man. And now the second baby is in question. And they think that that child belongs to the now husband of the TikToker that she stole from Miss Akira Montague. That nigga trash. See how he pulled a you on you. See, you went out here and took this woman's husband. You took this woman's husband and got on social media and you dragged the fuck out of her and you said all types of disparaging stuff about this woman and took her man and slept with that man in her house. Now the same man that you bragged about and did videos with, bitch, done laid up under your sister. And it's a possibility that he's the father of her child. Woo! Baby, them pipes is smoking. Then I tell you I had some tea. That's how I show y'all the video because I had to build it up. All right? Yeah. We had to build it up so y'all can understand where I'm coming from. Bitch, that's what happens when you do shit like that. Let's back it up so y'all can see these hoes. Yeah. Let's see these hoes.
Court today, Devin took the stand and dropped a bomb that left jurors shaking their heads. He testified.
Yeah.
In court today, Devin took the stand and dropped a
The two moose. Look at how the Lord work. That's why you can't do people wrong. This woman let you stay in her house, trusted you, and you slept with her husband, took her husband, and took your ass to social media with all of your followers and talked shit about her, disparaged her, and she had to take you to court just to show you not to play in her fucking face. And the same man that you took from her and laid under your damn sister, your twin sister, the closest person to you. And now your man said he want a paternity test because that child ain't his. Woo! So Tim and Brene just got married. Okay? Tim and Brene not too long ago got married. See, he doing the same shit. It's him. It's her too. It's the TikToker too, because she trash. She trash too. But two trash ass people together, trash plus trash equals trash. Okay? But when you do shit like that, now you got to look at your twin sister in her face because she done slept with a nigga you just married. She was probably your matron of honor. And the bitch was jumping up and down on your man. Now it's in question that your husband that you took from somebody else is the father of your twin sister's baby. Get in here, y'all. Get in here, y'all. So now a DNA test has to be done on her sister's, twin sister's baby to find out. Now I'm going to follow this story because I want to know. I'm Joe this morning, baby. I want to know who the father of this damn baby is. And I'm going to know something if it come out to be Mr. Montague's baby. That's some wild shit, ain't it? Because he was messing around, not only sleeping with the twin sister. So my thing is this: if he'll cheat on his wife to be with you, and this is what women need to understand. If a man will cheat on his wife who he took vows to between her and God to be with you, if he will sneak around on his wife to be with you, he will also sneak around on you to be with somebody else. Because you know why? That spirit of infidelity is in him. What make you think, and I don't want women or anybody who think that they can take somebody from somebody else. They're not taking them. Right? When you thinking you doing something by taking somebody from somebody, because how you get them is how you lose them. You thought you were doing something because he married you? Oh, he married me. I'm a wife now. You a wife with a you a stepmama to your sister baby, bitch. Allegedly. Maybe, according to when the test come back. Because we got to wait to see what the test say. But it's the simple fact that you were real haughty and cocky in court and on social media. But now that people are asking what you got to say, when this little information right here done hit the internet, you don't want to talk to nobody. You ain't on social media popping no more. Let me pop my shit, though. I'll pop my shit for you because you ain't saying nothing. You got 2 social media platforms and you here with it. You were here with it, but now you here with it. See, that's what I have a problem with. Bitches that talk a lot, and then when your shit explode in your face, you be here with it, then you go here with it. Now I need you back here with it, right here. I need a gator mouth to be back here with it, not here with it. Bitch, that's what your motherfucking ass get. I don't feel sorry for you. I hope you cry so bad in your pillow, baby, that you got to wring that bitch out from tears. That's what I hope. And any bitch out there to be on that kind of time, I hope you cry in your pillow, bitch. I hope the pain that he bring to you and the embarrassment that he bring to you, I hope you cry so much that you got to wring your pillow out. That's what I hope. That's what I hope. But yeah, that's the tea on that shit. That's her twin sister right there. Okay. And that's her right here. And now your man, okay, your man says that Mr. Tim say that not his baby, that he need a DNA test because your man that you stole from Miss Akira Montague got caught sleeping with his girl, and he don't think that second child that she trying to tell him is his child. So, bitch, when y'all get that test together, because I'm gonna be scrolling the internet streets and every street till I find that shit out. I'm gonna be digging with my good show to get that news. And as soon as I do, we're gonna spin the block because y'all know I do updates on this channel, right? Woo! What y'all think about that tea? Hallelujah, right? Baby, when I tell you, when I saw that, I said, oh, that is so gonna be in Car Chronicles this morning because I'm gonna do a separate video. But I said, nah, we're gonna have to do we're gonna have to put that in Car Chronicles because that's some tea right there. That's some tea for your ass. We're gonna go ahead and end my show with that because there ain't nothing else to be said after that shit. All right. I had one more topic, but baby, that's irrelevant. We'll send that to the next right. Woo, y'all, if y'all don't hit my like button today, listen. If y'all don't hit my like button today, what up, PBE? PBE said, and she found out in court what everybody. Right. Let me look at some comments before I get out of here. Said, baby Carmel, that was some baby. Fran Shows, thank you for being here, love. All right. Yes, God. Y'all please hit the like. Please hit the like. All right. So you took us out today. Baby, I'm about to fall out too. I'm about to fall out this chair. Thank y'all for holding me back. Baby, I fell out the chair when I saw it. I said, what? Whew. Girl, I'm about to have to be like that grandma, honey, go in there and get me a swig or something, girl, because I got some Don Julio in there too, and I don't even drink that early. I said, oh my God, I might have to drink something because, baby. All right, Rose Armstead says that Caramel has all her backups too. Girl, play with me if you want to. I hope she do come over in that shit. I would give you a breast reduction. You come over here on that shit. All right, because you need one. You and your sister. You ain't gonna have to go to the doctor. I'm gonna give you a breast reduction. You come over here on some bullshit. Ooh, child. Let me do some more comments before we get out of here. Because, baby, that about took me out here, child. That about pulled this whole row of braids out right here. Girl, I was about to be looking like Carlos King in the front, Lord. All right, ain't gonna have shit up here. All right, traumatized that poor baby. Yes, y'all hear that shit I read to y'all? Did a lot. I said that he pulled a you on you and did. Woo! Lord have mercy. Somebody said, I promise you. I'm telling y'all. Franco said I have no words. Me either. Me either, baby. I ain't got nothing to say. Y'all heard it right here on my show. All right, right here on my show. That's what her ass get. I don't feel bad. Said cheating in the next room. And was. Now they say down there embarrassment, cheating girl, cheating. That's what they call it down there. But it's cheating girl in the next room. All right. Woo, child. Let's get out of here, girl. Cause listen, I can't take no more. Okay. Love y'all down. Thank you to all of my caramelians for being here. Thank y'all my caramels for being here. Y'all know I love y'all, chat. I love y'all so bad. To my top flight mods, Truth TV Podcast, Tower, KVR, Sweet Essence, Scorpion Miss, Rose Armstead. Thank y'all for doing y'all good mod work. Okay. Thank you also to the content creators. I see you, PBE. Thanks for stopping by here, love. Jonetta Speaks. Thanks for being here. Simple Mind Family TV. Schoolboy Queen Speaks TV. Shay Renee. JCD Creation. Shay P. Thank you all for being here. You guys check out all those content creators and please support. Did I miss anybody? Baby. I had one more topic. I can't even do it after that because that tea right there, I've been holding and I cannot wait to drop that on y'all today. But yes, please hit my like button. Please subscribe to the channel. Please share the video. Okay. Again, subscribe and like the video. All right. I will see you guys for our midday pop in with some more hot flaming tea since I don't burn everybody's tongue this morning. And y'all come on back. Please don't forget to set your notifications so you guys know when I go live because you know we have some good tea over here. All right. And we have a good time and we have some good jams. With that being in mind, let's get on out of here. Bye.
I wake up every minute with the fever dreams. I push my mind to a limit where it needs to be. I work blind, got vision I don't need to see. I'm picking mind over matter, I believe in me. I need to find more hours in the day to breathe. Need to find more power in the way I be. And when my mind turns sour with the painful scenes, I need to scream out loud, I can't stop me. I wanna be the greatest like Rocky. You know I leave them all hating like a hobby. I'm out here making moves like a lobby. And if you ain't with me, it's your loss. See, I got my mind on the facts, I'm a python. Grab what I like real fast, choke until I have everything I attack, everything that I lack, everything that I want, and I see matter of fact. Cause I'm my own worst enemy. Only if I let it be. I can control anything if I can just think carefully. I control my destiny. Deep up in my mind I manifest it. Every morning I wake up obsessed and everything I do the best. And deep within my mind you know I'll always manifest it. If I let it be, I can control anything if I can just think carefully. I control my destiny. Deep up in my mind I manifest it. Every morning I wake up